Bonjour Laila.
Hi,
Wow, look at this.
necklace that made amazing woman.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing.
It's walnut wood.
Yeah, amazing.
And this for kohl that made woman makeup,
Okay.
Moroccan makeup.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay, cool.
What do you think about?
I love this. This is incredible.
It's for you.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that's amazing. Because I think it's incredible. We can do some amazing stuff. So we're in Morocco with the Fikra program to meet some incredible entrepreneurs and mentor them through some of their current challenges. The sun is shining. I'm so excited to talk with Laila, the founder of Tounza. Laila, it's so brilliant to be here with you. And I really want to start digging deep because you've shown me all of these amazing things. Where did this begin for you? Where did you really first learn that this is the sort of thing you want to spend your time doing? Or like, where did the entrepreneurship part of you come through? Talk to me about that.
أول ما بديت في العالم ديال الانتربرونيا فكرت في أنني خاصني نبارطاجي مع الناس بزاف ديال الحوايج اللي عندهم علاقة بالكالتشر ديالنا ماروكان كالتشر وكان خاصني ضروري انني ندير دي كونسيبت ونرجعهم بواحد الطريقه سلسه ان اي واحد ممكن انه يفهم دكوا يلساجي. وكنت بالنسبه لي من المستحيل انني نخدم في واحد جوب اللي هو ممل، جوب اللي كنديرو فيه كيكون فيه روتين ديال كل نهار. كنت اكسايتين انني ندير شي حاجه اللي هي كرياتيف وندير ديزينوفاسيون في الموند ديال الارتيزانا.
Okay, so Laila, talk to me about the business. Tell me more about the business.
As you know, my business is called Tounza. It's a brand which means lucky charm in Amazigh language. It's the only brand in Morocco that made jewelry and accessories from wood. We use just expensive wood and very good quality of wood, and we use for the product different pattern of Amazigh culture and Islamic pattern, geometric and floral patterns.
That's incredible. And at what point did you bring all this stuff together? What was the first thing you ever made? What was the first thing that did that?
Of course, كان في first year ديالي في الأكاديمي as an engineer of wood. كنت في الترينين وشفت لي شوت اللي كيكونوا مليوحين ديال الخشب وحاولت انني ندير بهم نيكليس، ولكن ما كانوش بواحد الكواليتي اللي هي زوينه بزاف. ما عجبنيش الحال فيهم بزاف الكاليتي، ولكن حاولت انني ندير ما امكن زعما نعطي واحد ريزلت. وفي التالي كان المشكل الوحيد هو انني درت الفيرني فوقهم، ولكن من بعد خدمت على راسي حتى وصلت لواحد الفينيسون اللي ما فيهاش نهائيا حتى برودكت شيميكال برودكتس.
If you had a magic wand and you could fix everything in the business and you had the business of your dreams, the business, everything was solved, everything was perfect, how would you know? What would have happened?
إلا كان عندي شي عصا سحرية طبيعة الحال غادي نخدمها باش البرودكت ديالي يوصل للماكسيموم ديال البيرسون. ومن بعد انا متاكده باللي ملي غيكتشفوا الكونسيبت كلشي غيعجبو الحال وكلشي غادي يبغي يجرب البرودكت.
Okay, so that's where we want to get to. What's currently stopping you right now from making that progress? What's the thing that's holding you back the most?
كنظن من بعد ما شفتي البرودكت ديال تونزا غتكون لاحظتي باللي كنخدم بزاف على الانسيسترال تكنيك وعلى لاليونس ما بين بزاف ديال الماتيريو. كنفكر انني من بعد هاد الاكسبيريونس اللي خديتها مع بزاف ديال البرودكت وكنت شويه مشتته وكاينش ربما علاقه ما بين هذوك البرودكت. كنفكر بانني غنفوكاليزي غير على بوزليج، حيت كنظن باللي هو البرودكت كي البلي ماتور واللي فعلا يعني عطيت فيه المجهود ديال هذاك الشيء كامل اللي داز. حاولت انني نتكونسونطرا عليه ونعطي واحد البرودكت اللي الحمد لله زعما كنظن بلي هو اللي التسويق ديالو غيكون ايزي بالنسبه. يعني انا قدرت انني ندرس الكونسيبت، قدرت انني نخدم على لا شارت غرافيك وخدمت على بزاف ديال الديتيلز.
Okay. Do you know how to ride a horse?
Of course.
You do? Okay, I don't. Well, do you know how to ride two horses at the same time?
Of course I can't.
You can't.
No one can.
Nobody can, exactly
don't-
right. It probably hurt a lot, and I imagine it's dangerous. But I guess my point is that if we try and do too much at once, things go wrong. And much like in business, if we try and put our energy into too many ideas and too many different things, we don't give it the energy that they all deserve, which means that then we don't get the distance, we don't get as far as we want to with them either. So, you know, thinking about your business, if we look at all the incredible accessories that you make, the incredible jewelry, the puzzles, if you don't focus on one at a time, it becomes really, really challenging to make the progress that you want, especially in marketing, especially with marketing. And, you know, one of the biggest things that people don't tell you in most business support is that 80% of your time is marketing. You become a marketing person now. You've got these amazing skills. You can make these incredible products. But if nobody knows about them, they'll just sit in your room, they'll sit in the workshop. So the whole point is that we need to really focus, firstly, where your energy flows, sales will go. So if we can pick the one that's most likely to sell and put all of our focus on that. So just let me ask you, like which of the products, which do you think is the one? What's the thing that excites you the most? If you had to choose right now, without thinking, what's the one?
I think it's opposite. It's puzzles.
It's the puzzles, right? Yeah, I can tell because your energy changes. When we talk about the puzzles, I can see everything about you lift. Your posture changes, your face changes. Like you're super excited about this stuff because you get to teach people and you get to gift these amazing things. So if we choose that for now, we can come back to the rest. We don't have to forget them. We can keep them, but we'll come back to those. If we choose the puzzles, who's your ideal client? Who do you really want using those puzzles?
سولتيني على الايديال كاستمر بالنسبه ليا دابخي زعما هاد العام ديال التجربه اللي جربت مع بزاف ديال درت في الورشات وبزاف المدارس. فلقيت باللي هما ابروفاو الكوتي سونتيفيك ديال هذا بما انه داخل في اطار تبسيط العلوم. ولقيت باللي هما حسوا بالكوتي بيداغوجيك بالموازاه مع الكوتي ديال الترفيه في لو جو. وزيد عليها انني حاولت انني نوري بان هذوك الباترنز ماشي غير عشوائيين، بل هما بازي على دي ريغل هما سونتيفيك بحال الرقم الذهبي، بحال الريغل دوكليد، بحال بزاف ديال الحوايج اللي هما سونتيفيك. و يعني لقيت بلي المدارس يقدوا وعندهم واحد القابليه انهم ياخذوا البرودكت ديال بوزليج.
Okay, so schools. Is it easy for us to find schools across Morocco?
Of course not.
Like, we go online, we can do a bunch of research. We could probably find 50, 100, 200 schools quickly. We find the people in the school we need, head of buying, the head teacher, whatever. We can email 200, 400, 500 schools within an hour in one afternoon. And by doing that, we get instant feedback about what it is that we're trying to do. One of the biggest mistakes that business owners make is that they don't, A, define who they're trying to sell to. Because once we know exactly who we want that product to be with, the journey of finding them becomes much clearer. But the second bit, B, is that we need to take massive, massive action to reach them. Because if we do lots of little things, you know, one Instagram post, one tweet on X, one TikTok post, one email, we're not putting enough out there in the world for it to tell us what's right and wrong. So we need to take massive action without spending any money, do it as cheap as possible. This is important, because then we start to learn Who are the right customers? Is the product right? How are we pitching? Because if we're not putting the feelers out, if we're not doing it on a mass scale, things won't move at the speed we need them to. So what I would challenge you to do is to figure out, I want to sell to schools. I'm not going to go to the parents because there's too many of them. They're harder to find. But the schools, we know where the schools are. Let's get in touch with as many schools as we can quickly, take huge action, because we'll learn more from sending those 400 emails than we will writing a marketing plan, going and speaking to people on the street. We want to speak to the people who we want to be using the product. Does that make sense?
Oh, of course.
And I think the solution to every business problem could be solved if we had more resource, right? If we can't make enough of the product, if we had more people, things get easier. If we can't get in front of enough people, if we had a bigger marketing team, becomes easier. The only way we can do that is by building up the amount of money we have so that we can buy and leverage that resource. It is all about how much you're able to sell. And if we start with sales, reaching out to these people, talking to these schools, getting as many of them to buy from you quickly, they don't even need the product yet. Take the money up front, then make the thing. But if you can get yourself a whole bunch of sales in and some money in, firstly, you're safe, you can live, but also it just means you get to deliver it on such a better scale. And you get to do it in the quality that you want. And I know quality is important to you, right?
Of course, it is.
And I think, coming back to the marketing, do you know how to drive a car?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I could tell you how to drive, and theoretically, I could tell you it and you can understand it. But until you actually sit in the driver's seat and you have to figure out where everything is and then drive on the road with other people around, that's when you learn.
If we don't practice, we don't have how it is.
Yeah, if we don't practice, if we don't do the thing, we never learn it, we never get better at it. And I tell you what, I've been here for maybe 24 hours. People know how to drive here, better than in England. But the whole point is that the more you do this stuff, the more marketing activity you do, the more practice you have, the more you learn, and then you start to master your own business, then your decisions become better and better over time.
دابا إلا فهمت مزيان، النصيحة اللي نصحتيني الأولى هي أنني نقلب على بزاف الميلات ديال بزاف ديال المدارس، ونحاول أن نرسل لهم كاملين في نفس الوقت ميل. كما قلتي هادشي ما غياخدش أكثر من 5 دقائق، والفيدباك اللي غادي يعطيوني ربما هو اللي غادي هو اللي على أساسه أنا غادي نبني الاستراتيجيات الآخرين ديالي. وحاجه واحده اخرى قلتي لي بلي زعما هادوك لي زاشا اللي غيكونوا هما الاولى هما اللي غيعاونوني باش نزيد نطور حتى من الكواليتي ديال البرودكت. هادشي زعما اللي فهمت لحد الان.
So, if I had to summarize everything that we've been speaking about into as fewer words as possible, which is not easy for me, I talk a lot, it would be focus, just do one thing, love that one thing, because that's going to make your life easy. Second, do as much as you possibly can quickly in terms of marketing. Take massive action. The more action you take, the more feedback you get, the further you're going to get quickly. And the third, make as many sales as you possibly can, as quickly as you can. Build up some cash. Then you get to go and do it at a totally different level.
And it's really what I need this time. هذيك أول حاجة اللي خاصني دابا.
That's it. So we can go out, we can start that. But that's my challenge to you. Do as much as you possibly can quickly without spending any money. That's the game changer. All right, good to chat. Now, let's go get started.
It's a pleasure for me to discuss with you.
Okay, let's go.